Basketball fans, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to start off by saying congratulations to Tyrese Haliburton and the Indiana Pacers for their first round series win against the Milwaukee Bucks. And this is one of those videos that I really feel bad, and I don't like the way the word overrated is thrown all across the league. So there's a report that came out that NBA players voted Tyrese Haliburton as the most overrated player in the league, and Tyrese Haliburton did not issue a statement at the time, but he held onto his comment and he held on to that, view that people had, especially the NBA players, and he responded after that first round series win against the Milwaukee Bucks. But you could see Tyrese Haliburton, he just chose to keep his head down and just do his thing on the court. So he had the perfect message for all those people who believed he's the most overrated player in the NBA, and he did it in spectacular fashion. So Tyrese Haliburton and the Indiana Pacers advanced to the Eastern Conference semifinals following a 119-118 overtime win over the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 5 at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. So Haliburton hit the game-winning Game 5 and put out a message on X after the game for the players who believed he's the most overrated player in the NBA. He came out, even tweeted, "Overrate that." He said, you know what, you can put it all you want, but greatness is always seen on the court. And overrate that was the best response that he had he would have even issued at the time, followed by that series win. So Haliburton was referred to the Athletics annual anonymous player poll here. He referred to that, and a total of 158 individuals voted, and Tyrese Haliburton was the most popular choice for the most overrated. So the 25-year-old player has earned 14.4% of the vote to beat out Rudy Gobert for that unwanted distinction. So this is actually one of those distinctions that when you fail in the postseason and you had a very good regular season, these are the polls that stick, and they can impact even your stock as an NBA player. So it was a bit surprising to see Haliburton top that list, though. You can understand in a way that Rudy Gobert was high about that list because he won Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, and some players think that Rudy Gobert did not deserve those DPOIs based on his postseason performances. But on the flip side, you can look at Tyrese Haliburton. He has won no major award in his career, and he has made the All-NBA third team once, and is only a 2-time All-Star. So you can see the accolades. If you compare Rudy Gobert and you compare Tyrese Haliburton, I feel like the overrated tag should stick with Rudy Gobert. I know he did a very good number on my Lakers team today morning, and he's in the second round. He's in the West semis, and he's going to wait for the Houston Rockets versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not the Cleveland Cavaliers, but the Golden State Warriors. I don't know if I mentioned the Cleveland Cavaliers, but anyway, Tyrese Haliburton is by no means an overrated player, and even with his accolades, he's not as overrated as you might think. So Tyrese Haliburton didn't even make the All-Star game or even the All-Star team this year. He was 13th in fan voting and 10th in player voting, while no one in the media even gave him a vote. He was then snubbed by the coaches as well when it came time to pick the reserves. So yeah, that's tough. So who exactly is overrating Haliburton? I mean, it appears he might have just ruffled some feathers around the league with his trash talking to get all those votes, but he has riled up Tim Hardaway Sr. to the point that the Hall of Famer has been engaging in world wars over him, over his talking too much trash, especially in the game. So Tyrese Haliburton, he had the best response, especially when it came to this postseason, and he felt like he had a chip on his shoulder and he had to take it all out on the court. And Tyrese Haliburton, he was able to lead the Pacers in beating the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. And Tyrese Haliburton struggled with his shot in the series, but still put up some good numbers, averaging 17.6 points, 6.4 boards, 11.6 assists, 0.8 steals, and 0.8 blocks per game against the Bucks. It undoubtedly will have felt great for him to take down the Bucks and also hit a game winner so soon after the results of that poll came out, because a lot of times people have these polls and they try to use that to shake down the player just to break their confidence. But hey, I mean, those polls mean nothing, because the most important thing is what you do on the court. And Tyrese Haliburton has previously stated he didn't care about being voted overrated, but it would have stung. It was a perfect way to respond when he just won it in the first round. So while Tyrese Haliburton was in good spirits after Game 5, there was one matter that did upset him, and this is something that I really, really did not like. So the father of Tyrese Haliburton had a hidden exchange with Giannis Antetokounmpo, and this happened right after the game, and Giannis was just standing mid-court, and Tyrese Haliburton's father came in there, and it was sad. And it was clear that the Bucks star wasn't in the wrong, and Giannis was just standing there. So Tyrese Haliburton agreed that his father crossed the line, and he criticized his father for taunting Giannis Antetokounmpo. So that incident and another scuffle after Game 5 meant that all the headlines weren't about how well the Pacers performed the series. They completely outplayed the Bucks, and they are going to cause some headache to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the conference semis. So even earlier, as I mentioned the Cleveland Cavaliers, I was thinking about that matchup, Cavs versus Pacers, how it's going to look like. So, yeah. And you see, even on the other side of the bracket, the Boston Celtics are waiting for the winner of the Knicks versus Pistons. So that's another series that I'm also going to check out. So the Cleveland Cavaliers swept the Miami Heat in a record-breaking fashion, and it was one of the most boring series you can ever watch. And you can even say that the Cleveland Cavaliers will have a very huge assignment in taking apart this Pacers team. And as Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semis tips off, and also the West, we'll see if these teams are all what they say they are, especially the Cleveland Cavaliers. I feel like this team has done wonders in this season, especially being led by Donovan Mitchell. And also, you can also look at the Pacers. I mean, the Indiana Pacers have been that perennial team that have been challenging. Have been challenging and been, knocking on greatness. And when you look at even their performance in the last postseason, I believe they even made it to the East Finals, but they weren't able to beat the Boston Celtics. So there is that. I mean, I'm just enjoying this postseason. I mean, but those unfortunate events that happen at the end of the games, especially for that, for when what happened to Giannis, I did not like that, and it's something that should not be condoned or encouraged. I mean, I am all in the spirit of competition, but it shouldn't be a place where shouldn't reach a level where you start abusing someone or taunting someone after they lose. I mean, it's not good to kick a man when he's down, because you never understand what goes through NBA franchises, especially throughout the season and the playoffs. It becomes a tough thing to deal with, and players are the ones who understand it, organizations understand it, because it marks a failed season if they get knocked down the first round, get knocked down the conference semis, in the conference finals, or even the NBA finals. It's a tough thing to take. So, I mean, well done to Tyrese Haliburton. I mean, he's been that guy who I've been watching. I mean, he's that guy who has made me love Indiana Pacers basketball. And I feel like the Sacramento Kings made a huge blunder in trading this guy away, because he would have helped De'Aaron Fox at the time. But anyway, I mean, the Sacramento Kings are one of the most poorly run franchises, and they just traded away one of the brightest stars in the league. And the sky's the limit for a guy like Tyrese Haliburton. I mean, I like his game, especially with the way he knocks down the three. And also, I also like Indiana because of the Indiana Fever team, with the whole the whole hype around Caitlin Clark as well, because I also enjoy watching her play. So this is awesome. And yeah, man, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen in that Cavs versus Pacers series. I know Cavs versus Pacers have been have been going at it for years, and the last time we saw it was when LeBron James took that. It was taken by the Pacers in 7 games in 2018. So yeah, waiting on that one. So it is what it is. So do drop me a comment down in the comment section on what you believe. Do you believe Tyrese Haliburton is overrated? I don't think so. I feel like Tyrese Haliburton, he has done his thing, and he's one of those guys that I really, really enjoy. And in putting that overrated tag on him is so unfortunate, because the guy has done so much, and he has been one of the most consistent and one of the biggest contributing factor to the Indiana Pacers. And putting an overrated tag on him is unwarranted, and I really don't. I'm coming in defense for Tyrese Haliburton. I don't like the Pacers that much, but I like Tyrese Haliburton the way he plays. And one thing that people must understand is there's a legal definition of the word respect. To respect someone, you don't have to like them. So I'm not telling you to like Tyrese Haliburton, but agree to recognize and abide by the fact that Tyrese Haliburton is going to be a guy who's going to dominate the NBA in the East for quite some time, and his star is going to shine, and he's going to be among the top players in the Eastern Conference. So do drop me a comment down in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.